Okay, we are doing a different type of topic today for our How to Meditate class. And if you happen to be new today, besides my cousin that's up in here, if you happen to be new today, we have a bigger session. I don't know if I necessarily call it a class. A bigger search session at 1:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Um, that comes right after this. So at 1 o'clock, you're going to see some peeps that start to hop on. Um, this class, what we focus on are different meditation skill sets. And the one that we're covering today happens to be automatic writing. Automatic writing. So, from a meditation standpoint, tapping into how to let things come through you. What's up, Christina? So, what I want to do is to kind of get a feel for who I'm working with in this class today. So, in the chat, if you can help me out, let me know. Are you an artist? Like, are you a writer? Do you, so I can know like how to focus on the automatic writing that we do here today? Do you want to use it from a mediumship standpoint? Is that the interest that you have? Like, do you want to get messages from the other side? Do you want to use it because you are a songwriter and like Kanji's in the music? Are you trying to write some lyrics? Uh, or do you have someone who passed away and you want to get some messages? Or do you want to connect into your higher self? And that's what you want to do? You want to get some wisdom? Are you trying to win the lottery? Like, hey, sister needs some money. What's the lottery number that's coming in? That's what I want to find out. Um, or do you have something on your heart, maybe? And you have something that you really can't talk to anybody about. And maybe you just need to get it out. And in the process of you getting it out, maybe there's something in your subconscious that you want to tap into that's been holding you back. Whatever it is, let me type it out in the chat, and that's going to help me to figure out how to focus our session on. Because ideally, what I want to do, I want to figure out if I can teach you the skill set around automatic writing and then have some of us share the writings that we do. And I'm going to do some automatic writing for you too as well. So you can see how it goes and how it works. And since we have some new people that are coming on too, and every now and then there are people that I don't know. I just muted everyone. So once we get to the portion where people are able to talk, then I'll unmute everybody when that opportunity comes. But anyway, depending on the responses I get in the chat, hopefully we'll be able to share our automatic writing in our session because we have like 48 minutes, right? This is short compared to the next session that we have that's 2 hours, where we have a little bit more time. But I'm going to share some of my automatic writing. I'm going to do it right in front of you. And you can write, you can have like a book, like a notebook that you write in. I got one of these, or you can type it out. Um, I'm going to type mine out on the screen so you can see and see the technique that I use to go through and do it. It's pretty cool. Um, I don't do it a whole lot, not as much as I used to back when I was writing. You guys, go ahead, let me share my screen so you can see it. So as you continue to put down the different uh, things that you think uses that you would have for automatic writing, Please put that in the chat. I would love to get a response from everybody. And you can put, I just don't know. Because every class that we do, I like to customize it, not just like be a book up on the shelf, right? Not a cookie cutter class, but make it customizable to you. Because after this meetup, we'll say, how was your experience? And I want a 5. I'm an overachiever. I want the best. So to tell you a little bit something about myself, I wrote 14 books, 2 #1 bestsellers. I don't think any of that's a big deal because so far ain't nobody write a book about me yet. Any fool can write a book, but until I don't think you nobody until somebody writes a book about you. But one of the things that I do to get started in my book writing process is automatic writing, where the best books that I have, because all of the books aren't great, some of them suck. Like the first one, I just don't think it's good compared to the one that I did. Actually, the best one I think is the funniest. It's the one that's about sales. Um, but the best one is the one that I don't think I wrote in. I feel like it was came through me, not really from me. So automatic writing really helped me in that regard. And that might be it. You may say, hey, I want to write a book. And that's another way that automatic writing can jump in and be good for you in that regard. So what drew you to this particular class? You putting that in there? What is meditation? So I had a spiritual guru. He is deceased now. His name was Reverend John White. And John had this definition of meditation that I just loved. He said, if you leave out any reference to spirituality or religion in the simplest form, meditation is just hyper focus. I loved it. So I share that with you too. It's being able to isolate all the noise, all the buzz. One of the stats that I looked up actually earlier this morning said that on the average work day, any given day, human beings have about 6,200 thoughts on average. That's cray cray. 6,200 thoughts. So that's a lot of stuff to have to filter out. So looking at the different meditation styles, because there's just many different ways to meditate as there are grains of sand on the beach. You have silent meditation, guided meditation. That's my ride or die, by the way. You have breath meditation. I kind of combine the two. There's a technique that I'm going to talk to you guys about called the well-being meditation method. It's the name that I have given to how we meditate, which is using your breath as well as guided meditation to get you into the deepest states of relaxation, getting that body out of the way in order for you to get into a trance like state where you just have unbelievable results, anywhere from healing, anywhere, anything that has to do with automatic writing, like we're going to do today. And then you also have eyes open meditation, which we went over last week. So I just wanted to overview some of these styles because people are coming to us now from Facebook, Instagram, you have Meetup in general. And some people, this is their first introduction to meditation in general. And I don't want them thinking that automatic writing is the end all be all meditation. Every single week at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go over a different style of meditation, different meditation techniques. So let's jump into automatic writing. What it is, basically, is channeling. It's channeling. So back in the day being in the 80s and 90s, when you talk about spirituality, it was a whisper. You tried to hide talking about certain things. Because if it wasn't about JC, Jesus Christ, you better shut your mouth. You may be in some trouble. Might be some furniture moving up in here. Because spirituality was that thing you whisper. You may be the one that's a little bit too woo-woo. Now you have what is it, the Long Island medium, and everybody's talking about it. It's a little bit more freedom for people to express about it. Like before me, because I'm a medium, I channel. I only knew one other African American male that was a medium and channeled. Um, and I have only got a reading from one African American male, and he's deceased now. So things are starting to change. A lot of people are noticing that the vibrations on the planet are changing, and more people are opening up to, there are more things, more avenues around, and channeling is one. Channeling is allowing information, energy, and wisdom beyond the ordinary mind to come through you. That's what that is. That's what automatic writing is all about. Okay. Now, the channeling spectrum from one end to the other. You have you as the channel, okay? And then you have information that can be coming from a specific being. And then you have information that's out there that's being downloaded. It could be something from the Akashic records. It could be something that's out there in the ether. It's on both sides of the spectrum where it's coming from. Back in the day, when you look at old school spiritualism, people who were spiritualists, I studied and I practiced many religions. Some people, and I'm going to try to be as specific as I can with my wording. You have people who say, I study religions. I study and I practice. So if I am going to study Islam, I'm going to practice it too. And then at the end of whatever period, I'm going to try to take what resonates with me and keep it ongoing. So around spiritualism, uh, their practice included being able to have proof of the source in which information came from. I respect that, but I don't really care. Not me, not Willpower Harris. I don't care where it comes from. I only care if it's right or not. That's just me. I'm not saying that's wrong for anybody else, but I ain't got time for all of that. I'm a busy person. So once it resonates with me, and by the way, that's what I say to you. Anything I say today, if it resonates with you, keep it. If it doesn't, reject it. Period. Okay? So this automatic writing, the source of it can come from either you want to get a download from a being, from a person, from Jesus, from your ancestors, from Michael Jackson, from, we have a regular attendee of Search who's a musician and he works with Whitney Houston. He works with other musicians who are deceased in order to write music. His name is Rozzy. And then you have other people that just get inspired. Where do thoughts come from? So the idea that somebody stole my idea. Well, you know what? The universe of the divine puts information out there in the ether. And if you don't move forward on it, it gets downloaded to somebody else. It just does. So that's me telling you in terms of where the information comes from. Now, automatic writing in and of itself. Automatic writing is a powerful tool for connecting with your higher self, spirit, guides, and the unseen realm. That is what it is. It allows wisdom, healing, and messages to flow through you without overthinking or judgment. Anybody ever heard of Edgar Casey from Virginia Beach? That's where I'm from, actually. Live down there. Edgar Casey was known as the sleeping prophet. He's the most documented channeler medium in the world. This brother would go into a trance-like meditative state, and then information would just come through him. I feel, so I went down to the ARE spot down in Virginia Beach, which is crazy because I grew up down there and never went there until I was like an adult. I feel that he was channeling information from the Akashic records for the most part. But towards the end of his life, I think there were some other beings too that was giving him information because they were telling him that he was using his body too much. And if he continued to have those downloads, that he would have an early exit. but so many people were channeling, were asking him to channel and give them medical advice, that he felt so much compassion for them that he could not stop. So he did indeed die much earlier than um, than he had to. Like if he would have slowed down, he would have lived longer. So that's another reason for automatic writing too. If you need answers to certain questions, they can come that way. So the benefits you see on the right hand side, and you can read faster than I can speak. So there's no need for me to go over that. Okay, now I told you I was going to go over the well-being meditation process, and now will probably be a good time for us to do a meditation after this to get us in uh, the state prepping to do some automatic writing. I'm going to describe this process to you, and then we'll go through and do it. Okay. So the well-being meditation process, the first phase of it is setting your intention. You set your focus. You state your intention, and in this case, we want to get into a state where we invite automatic writing. That's what we want to happen. We also take this particular first phase to get into a relaxing state where our logical mind gets out of the way so that things can flow, where our body gets in a very relaxed position or a relaxed state of being. So relaxed that many people are like, well, you can just let me chill right here. We can just stay here. This is like a spiritual spa. That's the first phase. The second phase is the immersion. That's the main meditative experience. This is where most people start. The immersion, you let go of the mind. That's where you begin the automatic writing, and things just begin to flow. You don't stop or filter what comes through you. Okay. And then you have the last part, the integration. The integration is where you receive and anchor the information. You edit your writing, integrate, and express. So I'm going to tell you how I took a leap into becoming a medium, and then give you a technique of how you can begin your automatic writing. So I live in Gaithersburg, Maryland. I took an improv comedy class in Washington, D.C., because by trade, I'm a corporate trainer. I thought it was going to teach me how to be funny. What it actually taught me was how not to have a filter. And when I went through and I did my first improv comedy exercise, I felt like a soft snap in my brain. It didn't hurt, but it was a legitimate type of snap. And when I felt that snap, right after that, it was like a whoosh. Information started just flowing, and I no longer had a filter. Things just came out, and I became legitimately funny. Um, and then, as a consultant, the information I started giving to my clients, I just knew the answers to tell them. I didn't filter. I just kept telling them, and I just always had the right answers. I was tapped in. And after about 2 years, I just accepted that I had evolved into being a channeler, a medium. From a writing standpoint, what happens with me is I just grab a pen and I start writing. Just gibberish at first, just writing, just gibberish. And I just let go until I feel like I have a word to write. And I just write that word, and then that word becomes a sentence, and then I just keep going, and then things just flow from there. So that's how it goes into that process. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to set the intention, open ourselves up um, for automatic writing. I'm going to take you through a short meditation. So get yourself in a comfortable position. It could be sitting, it could be laying, whatever you want to do. It's going to be voice guided. And then after that, I'm going to do some automatic writing right in front of you. Okay. So take a deep breath to inhale and exhale, deep clearing breath. And as you breathe normally, bring your focus to your breath. And on your next inhale, inhale to the count of 4. Pause for a moment. And then exhale to the count of 4. All along the way, telling the muscles in and throughout your body to relax, to release, to be at peace. Now, now, on your next inhale, imagine inhaling through every pore in your body at the same time. And exhale from every pore in your body at the same time. All along the way, telling the muscles in and throughout your body to relax, to release, to be at peace. Now, now, bring your awareness to your heart and set the intention for wanting to do automatic writing, for the intention that you put in the chat. Automatic writing, for the intention that you put in the chat. And I want you to envision receiving the outcome that you have chosen, because that outcome wants you as much as you want it. And imagine integrating that outcome into your waking state of being. Imagine applying that in your life. Now, I want to count down from 3 to 1. And when I reach 1, you will remember this deep state of relaxation. You will remember your intention, and you will come back to me. 3, 2, one, one, one. Come back to me. Okay. That is what's up. Now, don't cuss me out because I didn't let you stay in that relaxing state. You got to do some work up in here. I ain't going to be the only one working this Sunday. So, around setting your intention, you have these other reasons that you can use automatic writing for too. You can look at your past life. Yeah, you can tap into that. You can get messages for humanity. Wouldn't that be great? You can have a personal message for you. You can get a download for one of your guides, guardian angels, an ascended master. And by the way, ascended masters talk only to ascended masters. So if you get a message from an ascended master, then that means you are one too. Future projections, and maybe something about love, a deeper connection. All we need is love. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, so here's a technique that I told you about, gibberish to let go. Start with gibberish, right? You can speak it, you can hum, you can write, and then all of a sudden, you just let it go. So why don't we do it live? And I will do it for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up a Word document, and then I'm going to look at your or what you guys put in there. And pick one of the topics from the chat. We'll type about it. We'll talk about it, type about it. And then you can see how it's done. And then you can do it too. Okay. Who would like is there anybody who would like for me to do it on one of their topics? Leslie, I saw your hand first. Hold on a second. Let me unmute you, allow you to. Oh, you're off mute. How you do that? Tanya, did you unmute her? Oh, we may run into some trouble later. Can you talk, Leslie?
Sure. So
Okay, tell me what you had.
what I wrote on the chat.
Uh-huh.
I have been a writer in the past, but I haven't been able to do it for years. I've had too much going on and a lot to process. I was recently widowed.
Okay. Tell me what you would like for me to tap into and auto write a channel about.
I used to be able to write. I just can't. I was recently diagnosed with ADHD, so there's a lot going on, and I just want to develop my ability to focus and tap into all the stuff that's been brewing all these years.
Okay. So in a case like this, what I would suggest is ask a question, Leslie.
That's a good question.
Like if you had a chance to ask your higher self or your guys a question, what question would you ask or that you would want to answer to?
Mm, what should I do with the rest of my life?
Well, that's a bad question because the answer will come back whatever you want to because you have
Yeah.
free will.
Mm.
Why don't we say,
I have one for you, Will, for her.
Yeah,
okay,
Okay. Um, what do I need to release to allow my gifts to flow?
good
I like
one.
that.
Yeah.
I get by with a little help from my friends. So, what can happen? What can I do to help my release to flow? Okay. So, what I'm going to do, Leslie and everybody, is I'm just going to type gibberish until some words come. And if words don't come, then I'm going to type and make something come. And then something can flow that way. But in this case, when I'm typing, I started to feel something. And whenever I feel something, I'll start to flow. Now I'm talking to you guys right now, so I'm kind of out of it. But when I start focusing on that question, that's when I'll tap back into that energy of the answer. So that question was, what do I need? What can I do to help me with the flow? Oh, then. Oh. Okay, so let's go back and look at this. So I started off with gibberish, right? And I was just typing, 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 typing. And let's go back to the process because I don't like anything to look magical. I like for it to look scientific. So I said, going back here, set your focus, right? State your intention. We did all of that. And then what do you wish to receive? Michelle helped us out. We want to be able to get into the flow and figure out what we need to do to be able to let go. And then begin the auto writing, don't stop or filter. So when I was typing and stuff started to come through me, it wasn't me talking. It was someone else giving me information to come through. I didn't try to edit. If I felt like there was grammar errors or whatever, I just continued to go. Now we get to the integration part. We did this immersion piece. Now I need to go back and edit the writing, space it out, see what the message is in there, and clean it up. So now we go back to here. So it's blah, 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 blah. I was just talking to you guys. And I want to tell you, because we were doing this with her, if it wasn't working with just me typing, because I'm talking to you and doing it, but normally I would just focus on the question. And I felt like something was coming through and I was just focusing on the question. But if it didn't, then I would actually type out a word, which I started to do here. But I'm trying to see when there it started. And it started like here. Delete that. And the certain things that were in my head that came through that maybe didn't make it onto the typing too, you can work on not being in your head. Is what he said. And then he said, there is a park or forest type area near you that you can go to. Go there, not with the purpose of doing anything other than looking for small beauty. And when you do, I will speak to you. I will be the voice that is in the wind. I will be the sparkle that is found in the vein. I don't know how to spell that. The vein of the leaf, and from there will come jumping. And from, I think this probably is a sentence. And from there will come jumping out inspiration from the ages. The voice that has been the whisper. And for everybody else, even though I'm typing this out for her, you can start doing your own automatic writing where you are. So you know this technique now, right? Although your message, Leslie, was
No H
kind
in
of
whisper. No
was
second
kind of
H.
your
No second H. Yeah.
was kind of deep.
Yeah.
The voice that has the
And you
voice
took
that.
out bin. You took out bin. Has
Thank you, Michelle. You're messing up my groove. I don't need no help. The voice that has the voice that has whispered, the voice that has whispered that was hiding behind, oh, Jesus, the hairs on your arms. Hmm. I will be the one that has been tapping you on the shoulders as you walked down the street, trying to show you where to go. I said where to go, but it felt more like Leslie, where to look, that he was trying to show you something. I want you to buy a plant. I said plant, but I saw a flower. And put it in the home, although it felt like an apartment. And I want you to water it and love it and name it. I think you get it, so that we can go on to other people.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And that's automatic writing from how I do it and how I teach it. Okay. Now you guys try it. All right. So think about your intent. It could be anything. It could be a message that you want to get from somebody. It could be a question that you have, but you have to be careful. Like, it's tough. Like Leslie. Leslie started off with a question that most of us want to ask. Save me, right? what should what what should I do about where's my happiness? What should I do with my life? And that's like a free will question. And the spirits, your guides, they're never going to answer that. But that's like our normal go-to because life be life and life is hectic. We're in pain or sorrow or all of this stuff. And I went to that guy I was telling you about, the one and only African American medium I went to. I got a recording from 2015 where he predicted my entire life up until the age of 54. I'm 54 now. He predicted my entire life and was dead accurate, I have to say, because I go back and I listen. Dead accurate. And at the time, I was nothing compared to what I am right now. Predicted it accurately. And the first 10 minutes was him basically cussing me out because I was asking him questions and he's like, they're not going to answer that. And then I asked something else and he was like, do you know how this works? I mean, I really felt stupid listening to old me talking to him as he was going through. So, Leslie, I had a lot of compassion for you going through, and I was a whole lot nicer to you than he was to me when I was asking those questions. So, give yourself some grace as you're going through and you're doing this exercise. There's nothing special about me. There's nothing special about me. Anything that you see me do, if you saw me go through that, and you're like, wow, that's pretty cool. You can do it too. You can absolutely do it when you trust yourself and when you practice. Right? I've been going through and doing this for a long time. I got a couple best-selling books, number one books, which gives me a lot of confidence. Right? That helps. And I'm telling you that I didn't start off that way. I started off that kid with the other guy saying, do you know how this works? In an improv comedy class in DC in some smoky club. So, look, most people aren't going to tell you how they got to where they're going to go. Or they're going to ask you for $1,000 to get there. This class is free because I love you. I legitimately love you. And the things that most people measure success by ain't the stuff that I measure success by. I measure success by how many people did you legitimately help? Did you show people the way to get there? And you can get there. The biggest problems you're dealing with, the answers are right in front of you if you practice. Now, I I don't believe it's my responsibility to solve your problems. I do believe it's my responsibility to try to teach you how to solve them. It's up to you to try. So all you have to do is ask a question and then just start writing. Just start writing. Doesn't matter what comes out. Ain't nobody there. There's no automatic writing fairy that's going to hop out the closet and say, boo, boo, bitch, boo. That's not going to happen. So try. Just try. Cool. I'm gonna see if I can put some music on because we got like next class is getting ready to start up. But I'm gonna try to put some music on, and some people are gonna probably be coming in. But use that time to tap in because this next class we're gonna have a bigger, longer meditation, And whatever you put down as your question, you can get the answers with that meditation too. Leslie, you're worth getting an answer for. You're worth getting an answer for. So you stick with it.
Will,
Yes, ma'am.
this is scary. So it is really interesting to be in a place of because I was kind of questioning whether or not I should look at the keyboard or not, or just kind of look out into nowhere. And I was like, look out into nowhere and just start typing, and then to look down and to actually see like, and I was just typing like a child, right? Like you would as a kid, kind of
Nice.
playing on the typewriter, and to see something written. This is this. Okay, I think
You
this
want
is
to share?
deserving.
Yeah.
No. Um,
Okay.
but I do think this is deserving of even more time. If there is an opportunity for
Uh-huh.
us to do like the meditation, and then to as opposed to the direct sharing, to do the typing and just see what else comes out. This is interesting. And I am hopeful that I can integrate this into something for myself and spend more time, because to look down and to see that something is there is very interesting to me. That it wasn't just you being able to do that in such a short amount of time, that I'm seeing stuff too.
Yeah.
Some that may take a little bit longer just to figure out like what I need to get rid of and what, but literally, um, the the words that are popping out, I'm just like, oh, okay. This is definitely a message. So, thank you.
Well, thank you for sharing that. And you know what the crazy part is? I was looking for music to share for people to hear. And as I was going through, what I saw was the videos from my improv comedy that I did. So how's that from the universe confirming that we had to do it? It's taking a long time to upload, but in the over here, the video started to pop up. That somewhere down here. Where is it? Yeah, these. This was the actual DC improv comedy that we were doing that day. Huh. But Christina, you're going to the retreat we're doing at Annandale, and we're going to be doing this, and you'll have more time to work on that too. Cool. Michelle, you got your hand raised. You want to say something?
Sorry,
Oops, my bad.
I did. You just beat me. Okay. Um. So okay, I initially had set the intention to say uh to talk to my mom or get my mom to tell me something. The answer to that question, then I said to what do I need to release to allow my gifts to flow? The same question that I asked for her. And it said, you nursed me too long, but you're not supposed to dwell on the past. It's time to give yourself the freedom to be your actualized self. Happiness is in your grasp. I never left you. If you think you need something to believe in, then believe in me. I can connect you to the God spark. You're on the right path.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Anybody else want to uh, share their experiences, thoughts, or questions? Let me see if I think you guys can, anybody can raise their hand and I can unmute you if you can't unmute. Technically, we're in that 1 p.m. to 1:11, where it's kind of like almost like an open mic before we start the next session. If anybody wants to say anything. Jazzy, I see that you sent me a message that You're an artist. Write books. Very proud of you. And sing too. Oh wow. You could really use this, Jazzy.
Yes, cousin. I have recently written 6 books. Um, three, get my numbers right. Um, 4 of them are for parents who have autistic children, helping them to develop a daily routine from preschool up to high school. Um, Me being an autistic mom, I could have used that when I was raising my daughter, who is now 25. I feel like it's definitely something that's needed. And I just got the assignment to do it. I also wrote a book after my divorce, From Surviving to Living, my experience with narcissistic abuse. I definitely feel like that's going to really help some people, some women who have experienced that and feel like they're alone. I'm currently working on an album that goes with that book. So words of inspiration for women who are in a dark place and don't know which way to go and need some guidance. So yes, I definitely am looking forward to working with you and you mentoring me because you've been there already. You've written all these books, these bestsellers. So yeah, I'm glad to be here.
Oh my God, I didn't even know all of that. We got a talented family. Look at that DNA.
Yes, we do. We don't just look good. Like
Nice, that's nice.
yes.
Appreciate
So
you.
Ronnie will be she will be joining next week.
Okay, cool.
Okay, thank you.
Anybody else? Feel free to hop in. It's open. Comments, questions. Anybody struggle with the automatic writing or ran into some issues? Futuristic. Um, I saw your comment in there. I appreciate you expressing that. Means a lot. Anyone who has an interest in becoming a member of Search, Tanya is on here. You can reach out to her, send her a private message, or stay on at the end of our meeting. That's getting ready to start at 1:11. What's up, Laura? Says Laura Dance. I hope you like dancing because that's my thing. I love dancing. Welcome. Anyone who has an interest in joining Search, Tanya is going to be staying on at the end of the meeting to discuss that with anybody. It's free to join. We just do a brief interview to make sure that you understand our purpose, which is really simple: love, learning. That's what we're all about. We just make sure that like-minded people are coming in the group, just like screening. If you are just coming on, we just finished up our automatic writing and meditation course. And we're just answering questions and getting feedback. Um, I put myself on the line and did the first automatic writing impromptu, which was kind of cool. Anybody else, any comments, questions, or any open thoughts? Feel free. You're free to talk. We'll be getting started with the next class, the group meditation, in about 4 minutes. Trace, you doing okay? Kind of quiet. You're on mute. Maybe that's why you're quiet. You could have been talking the whole time. It's my brother John. You still on mute, Trace?
There.
There you go.
Dancing is my thing too.
You like
But I want
dancing?
to love dancing. but I wanted to know where I can find out more information about search.
Miss Tanya can hook you up. And I can tell you too, until you talk to her. Search was something that I started April 12th, and I am blown away. So member wise on Meetup, we jumped to 2,000 members this week, and I I just it seemed like a lot of stuff was going on in the world, and I wanted to do something like bring people together to meditate. You want a more peaceful world, then try to make more peaceful people, right? So I thought meditation was a great way of doing it. So we started, and it just kept blowing up from there. We got a meditation retreat going on in Annandale, Virginia next month. And we have a Saturday event for people that just want to come out for the day. So we're going to do like the group meditation. And a lot of us have been talking for weeks and never met each other. So we're going to get together and meditate. I'm really excited about that. We have a WhatsApp group where we stay connected during the week. And we have a meditation library we just launched. It has about 47 meditations on there. We have a lot of free meditations too. We're not all about money. So if someone can't afford the stuff that we do, if you volunteer to make the world a better place, then you earn points and you can use that to redeem to go to retreats or get meditations and stuff like that. What's up, John? You get your hand raised? You want to say something?
Yeah, I do have my hand raised. I just would like clarity because I heard your fingers tapping, and I was curious as to if you were kind of, I mean, were your fingers randomly going, or were you typing what you were getting? Because you mentioned gibberish, so that would hint that you were just letting your fingers go wherever. I really like to look at freestyle rappers,
Mm-hmm.
and I almost feel like freestyle rapping might be a verbal version of automatic communication. And so I guess the question for me is because I feel like I have some talent with um, with getting messages and then being able to write them based on what I've received, kind of almost like in my inbox or a place where I feel like I've received messages. But from what I saw from you, it seems like the fingers were just randomly tapping. So were you translating what was in your head, or how does that work? Because I mean, were you just letting your fingers just go wherever?
Yeah, so you may not have seen the screen. I was sharing the screen. I was typing on my laptop.
Yeah.
So I started off just letting my fingers move. So I was just randomly typing keys, which I call gibberish because it's just like A, B, W, X, Y, Z until I hear something in my head, right? And then once I hear it in my head, then I start typing out what I hear in my head. So yeah, kind of like freestyle rap in that way. So you just type until it's almost like you tune into a radio frequency. And then once you tune into that radio frequency and you start having to download, then you just type out what you hear. So you heard my hands typing on the keyboard, right? Until it comes out. So just imagine a medium giving you information, but instead of talking, I was typing. So that's how that went. Oh, and by the way, you were probably like this guy named Harry Mack. Peep
Oh
him
yeah,
out
of
on
course.
oh,
Love
you know it. Yeah, you're like Harry Mack.
love.
He is a beast, absolute beast. And I like him because he's all about
Mhm.
positivity too. All about positivity. How we looking time wise? Okay, it's about time to get started. So I'm going to mute everybody. And we are about to roll.
You do have one hand up.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Um,
Akshat.
y-
Yes,
y-
sir.
yeah. Hi. It's AKR Akshat, whatever is easier.
AK Ashat.
I just wanted to share a poem that I wrote a while back, if that's okay.
Yes, sir. Please.
Um, okay, so I'll put it in chat as well for anyone that wants to follow along. It's called My Universe, and it is an acrostic poem. So it is basically the word each alphabet has to be used to create the sentence. So in this case, it's universe was the prompt. So it goes like this: unity in community is the connections that I shall seek. None shall behold its full beauty. I think it, I feel it, I use it, I am it. Very lost in the state of equality. Ease of expansion and growth as time flows on. Reversing all attempts set by human societies. Setting new and thicker veils at all edgeless boundaries. Easing essence escapes ending edified universe. And I'm new to this process. I haven't done the gibberish 2 words yet, but I'm a bad like I usually make spelling mistakes myself. So my stuff is more like I get a thing in the morning usually, not anymore, and then I just write about it. So that's where this came from. So I don't take credit for it. Parts of it I do, but most of it is automatic.
That's cool.
Thanks.
I'm glad you shared that. Yeah, you should put that in the chat. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording.